Yes, a very good evening to all of you. So, how are all of you? How are studies going on? All good, right? All charged up, yes, for writing the November 20 exams. Okay, right. So, how is audit? How are you managing with audit? Doing well? Finished the first study for the subject by now? Doing writing practice every day, as I keep on recommending that writing practice is a must. You understand the concept, and then also you should know how to write it in the exams. Okay, right. So in case if you've already completed with the study and already on the revisions and having a good confidence over the preparation of the subject, wonderful. But in case you think that some additional boost or Horlicks or Bonvita is required for the preparation of the subject, right? That yes, you require some brush up for the preparation of the subject. You have done it almost, you had studied it, but it's like you think, okay, maybe once if I go through it all again, I will have a good confidence towards for writing the exams. So it's a 5 days revision batch which has been scheduled, right? Later on, obviously the pen drive for the same, the Google Drive for the same would also be available, right? But a live batch has its own charm. There is more responsibility on the part of the student also, and more lively, though it is maybe in the form of a chat or so also. But then yes, obviously it's a better compensation for a face-to-face class rather than a recorded one. And again, it's a matter of 5 days, not that a full batch going on over there. Right, so 5 days is how the batch has been scheduled to, 9:30 to 2, and I have planned it this way that every day we will study these test standards, say around 6 to 7 standards every day, revise them, right? Then look into different clauses like ethics, CARO, yes, then after that the fiscal laws, right, the form 3CD, right, then the GST audit, the form GSTR 9C, right, and then after that also looking into the other chapters, which you are generally very scared of. And many a times in audit there is a lopsided study, right? When you're busy studying standards, ethics, you happen to ignore the chapters of NBFC, PSU, bank, insurance company, automated environment. Rather, automated environment, you don't even reach there. Before that, only the day of the exam arises. Or, sometimes you start the reverse way and you decide that let me focus on the other chapters this time, like say SEBI, LODR and CFS and liabilities and investigation, due diligence. And in that process, the standard ethics, that gets, somewhere the balance there, instead of a balance, there could be an imbalance in the preparation of the subject. Right? So this is one about the one way in which you can do the revision of the batch, right? So there are multiple ways. One of the, right, you can do a self-study also for the preparation of the subject. You can keep revising on your own. See, ultimately the means are not important, the goal is important. What has been happening in the history or so of the preparation of the subject or of your studies and the results coming, that should not, yes, it should be glorious and positive. That is the intent behind it. Okay, right. So now though, the November students who were originally scheduled to write the exams in November 20 itself, they have a lot of friends to accompany them. And it's like a deemed failure for the May 20 students this time. Why deemed a failure? Because the attempt only did not happen. So without a failure, they have got more time to study the subject, like 4 more months to study. And just imagine, after getting 4 more months to study also, if something goes wrong, the guilt is going to be double, triple this time. So obviously we did not talk about it. Let us just be positive and put our efforts in the right direction, because right, still there is a possibility that we can take charge and go full swing for the preparation, in the preparation of our studies. Okay, right, then another thing which I wanted to mention about that recently I have launched a book, called as the Mind Maps. Okay, so many students had a question कि ये क्या है, ये mind map मतलब क्या? Is it a chart book? Is it a revision, compiler, scanner? मतलब हमने नाम नहीं सुना है. Something called as a mind mind maps? We've never heard it before, right? So let me tell you that mind maps is a sort of a variety of a chart book itself, but which does not only have the content, but which also has some images along with the content, right? Correlated images, like, say whatever is the heading, whatever is the topic, the points related to that, right? There would be some images put over there, images which are put over there. So that makes the study of the subject very, very interesting and effective. And then you try to, that image is over there, and then you try to correlate, and then it becomes a more interactive and a more, a lively way to study the subject. Right, already I have started receiving a lot of feedback from these students about the mind map book. Okay, so they have been saying that it's really very effective, is helping me in the revision of the subject. And there are a few students who've also said that is not the print version of the book available, is it only the encrypted book, the PDF form in which the book is available? So right now, yes, only the encrypted form, the PDF form of the book is available. We are still working on the print version. That might take some time, but I think for you, probably you could suffice with the ebook version itself. Then students have no, if it is a physical book, I can do the markings, I can, physical copy is obviously any times better to study. So I do not deny the fact, 100% I do agree with you about it. But then even, reading from this book and, looking into the points and the images over there is certainly 100%, 100% I can tell you, it is going to be effective in the revision of the subject. Because what happens in audit or a theory subject, you study, you forget, you study, you forget, you remember, you forget, again forget it. And this journey of remembering and forgetting, it keeps on going on right up to till time you enter into the exam hall. So the only solution to this is that you need to do the cumulative revision of the subject. Okay, so for the cumulative revision of the subject, for going through the points again and again, right, this book would be very beneficial for the students. And again, students have a concern like one day before the exam, how do I revise the entire subject, right? So again, when you look into the mind maps into this particular book, right, you could revise the entire subject also in a comprehensive manner one day before the exam. Right, but again, I would like to give a disclaimer of opinion over here. Obviously, being an audit teacher, right, I always would like to give some disclaimers. Right, so this book is to be used as an additional booster, as an additional aid, as an additional tool for your preparation for the audit subject. Right, you need to have some base book, whichever author, publication, edition, that all is fine. Some base book from which you have studied the main content, and then in addition to that main content, you are revising from here. Right, so it's the combination of both which works in a more effective manner. And because if you only know the main points as such, okay, so now you can't write the answer, but obviously if you for you to be able to write the answer, you should be knowing the main points. That is the starting, but not only knowing the main points. You have to understand the concept in detail also. Right? So both of these, they go hand in hand. Okay, and along with that, the writing practice which is required, being in touch with the subject, regularly revising the subject, all that is very, very important. Then students have still having a question in their mind, कि ये mind map दिखता कैसे है? How does this mind map exactly look like? Like what is the mind map? Right, so I thought, say maybe just as an example, I could put in this particular video one particular mind map. Right, so see, this is of SA 230, which is regarding audit documentation. Right, so I could not put in the entire content of it in one particular mind map. So 1.1, and then we also have the 1.2 for SA 230. Right, and then all the content of SA 230, right, the nature and purpose of audit documentation, the meaning, the ownership of audit documentation, the audit completion memorandum, and in the second mind map, we have the form, content and extent of audit documentation and the factors affecting the form, content and extent of audit documentation. Right, so this is how, with the images and all, right, it's a more effective recall of the subject. That's the tagline of the book also, no, that revise this mind maps, revise more, retain more. Right, so certainly we mean that. Okay, right. So preparation of this, making of this particular book has been a journey in itself. Right, like compiling all the, all the chapters and the standards and then putting them into these charts over here and then finding out the correlating images and then doing the formatting and all. It's been a long and a lot of, it's been a very effortful journey also. Right, so but then certainly I have enjoyed the process of the making of this book along with my team, but the final the final fruit of the hard work or the effort is only going to be when the students find this book to be beneficial and it helps them for the revision and the study of the subject. Right, so it's the when I've started getting the feedback from the students about the book, that really makes my day. And it gives me the satisfaction that, oh, I've been working, always having a doubt in my mind, ki God knows whether the students, this mind map book, whether they'll find it helpful or what would be the reaction or so, because it's something, a novel concept which has been introduced. Right, so yes, by hook or by crook, there are so many options by which you can get a wonderful score in the subject. But the first thing and the last thing which is most important is that you need to study. And means are available, but you are the person who needs to use those means to study. And there are multiple books available. Should not happen that you buy the book and then, just that 210 or 220 MB of the book is there in your mobile or laptop and tablet and nobody is looking at that book. Then you're not doing justice to the book also. And it's just like one just consuming the data. So that should not be the case. Be very thoughtful whenever you purchase any material for any subject for that matter, right? So nobody is running away anywhere. Nothing is going anywhere. Whenever I always say follow a FIFO method. Like once you finish with one, then pick up the next. That that certainly you will make use of the material which you are going to use. Right? So that's it from my side. So whether you do a revision of the subject with me, whether you revise the subject through the mind map or no, that is secondary. The primary objective is what? To get a wonderful score in your CA exams and yes, walk towards the journey, to the ultimate goal, which should be the short-term goal in your life right now, to become a chartered accountant. Okay, so I wish you all the very best. Okay, seems like, this time I see AI has just come up with an academic update for the November 20 exams. The RTP November 20 has not yet been released, but the academic update has been released. So I very much have a question whether really an RTP will be released or no, because the academic update part of it has already been released. So very soon I'll be also updating, putting on a video regarding the amendments. Like so many of them are the amendments which were there in the May 20 exams, but also a few additions over there. And we also, the amendments, if you see, which have been coming from May 19, November 19, May 20, November 20. Okay, now for the November 20 which has come, they've not yet asked the questions from all of them. And the questions like the resignation of statutory auditor or regarding the network firm and all, right? The questions have not yet come in the exams. May 20 already one attempt where few questions more could have been added for your reference are now not there, right? So all those accumulated important questions also we will be discussing in this particular revision batch. So I'll be telling you, or I'll be doing a difficult job actually to tell you which are the important questions. See, I put myself at such a big risk, by telling you, okay, see, this is an important question, and then tomorrow if it doesn't come in exam, you'll say, ma'am, you though had told that this is important, and see, it has not come. So I am actually, it's like a significant risk. And those of you who have already studied SA 315, would be knowing about the concept of a risk of material misstatement and SR, significant risk, right? So in case if your risk assessment tells you that audit still there is an RMM, there is a risk of material misstatement, there could be a material difference between what is and what should be, or all other subjects manageable. Accounts practical subject, it's like a left hand thing for me, easy task for me. SFM also formula, application and all manageable. Law also, like these sections and the case studies and all. But it's the subject of audit which really pulls out my hair. which makes me go crazy and which is the most feared subject for me in group 1. So probably, yes, I could be a guiding factor. Yes, I could be a guiding path to you for helping you in the preparation of the subject. Right? Study well. Waste in any case, whether you attend a class or whatever, in any case, please take charge of things now. Jan 20, you need to check. Jan 21, 20, so it's all gone in the wearing the mask and sanitizing the hands only. The entire 20 seems to be going that way. But Jan 21, whether you want to have a success party or whether you want to go under a regret. I know, yaar, I wasted all that time. I should have studied. So, you just keep on thinking, Jan 21, what is going to be your situation? And depending, it's what your situation will be, depends upon what you do right now. Right? So, all the very best, and do convey to me your results, your feedback regarding the book or any matter, which you think that you need to connect with me on aartinlahoti9@gmail.com, right? AARTIN, yes, N for New York, and then Lahoti, LAHOTI, and then numeral 9, right? Numeric 9, and then @gmail.com. Okay, bye-bye.